The second large change that I have identified with my inner sight, with my psychic abilities, that has to do with this shift, this ending of a cycle, the ending of the world as we know it, is the dimensional shift that many people that are spiritual have talked about. It has been suspected by some people who know a lot that the Mayans themselves went into a dimensional shift, and that's why they were able to disappear and left no trace behind. Keep that in mind as I let you know about parts of you that are in other dimensions. You know that you have a physical body. You deal with it entirely too much. Chances are right now you're going into a lot of detoxes having to do with your diet. Seems to be a fad now, but perhaps it's more than that. What most of you are not aware of is that you also have an etheric body, which is like a webbing. And when it's in a good state, it's a blue color. It's a conductor of electromagnetic energies, and it's what gives you your strength. You have an astral emotional body, which some people call your spirit body. And it's the part of you that astral travels at night when you want to visit your mother because she's in another country and you visit her in the dream state. Or when you have a near-death experience, this can release itself from the physical body and wander around a bit, sometimes in the emergency room, and later on tell the doctor what happened when supposedly you were dead, and then it reunites. So you've got your physical body, you've got your etheric body, the physical body, your vehicle that you use to operate in the physical dimension, your etheric body, which is the vehicle your consciousness uses to operate on the etheric dimension, and then your astral emotional body, which is the most interesting perhaps, which is the one that your consciousness, you, the core of you, uses on the astral dimension. Some people know about these bodies. You really need to get familiar with them. There are two more bodies that some people are aware of, but don't really have much information on. Today, I'm going to share with you what it is that I know about those bodies. And with all of this information, perhaps you're going to understand what the dimensional shift may be, having to do with the ending of the world, or the ending of the world as we know it, or the 2012 issue, and what it is that you can do to facilitate it so that your shift or your ending, if it's an ending, does not have to be chaotic.
The force of the law of attraction magnetizes to your bodies the energy of emotions that you have repressed, such as anger. Purify your energy bodies of these negative emotions in order to be able to create the reality you intend, rather than attracting to you more of the same.
Let's go and review the next two bodies. Two bodies that you have, that everybody has, that are used as vehicles to operate in the mental dimension and in the intentional dimension. These two bodies are unusual in that they do not look like the physical. Unlike the etheric and unlike the astro-emotional, they do not look like the physical body, and yet they are still equivalent to the other bodies. The most important one is your intentional body, which is shaped like a double terminated funnel. It's my opinion that this is symbolic, or actually that darn holy grail that we've been looking for thousands of years. This is a conduit, and it overlays your physical spine. It starts in the back of your head and it ends at the end of your spine. It is your intentional body, where your true intentions lie. It is a vehicle. That's where your consciousness is. The true part of you, the one that has intentions and is not blocked. From your intentional body extend 72,000 filaments with 5 fingers at the end. This is your mental body. These filaments are like little highways. Information comes and it goes. And together, your mental body with the 72,000 filaments, with your intentional body, which is a conduit also but much wider, form what has been known throughout history, the tree of life. the tree of life that we learn about when we read about other cultures, is symbolic of this core part of your system.
Mythically, at sunrise on December 21st, 2012, the sun rises to conjure in the center of the sacred tree, the tree of life.
What does this have to do with 2012, the ending of the world as we know it, the Mayan calendar? Interesting. What you need to know about this that has to do with the ending of the world is that it has been said that initially on the planet, we had no presence on the physical dimension. We had no physical body. And it has been said by people from the deepest part of metaphysics, which is the study of first cause, that the whole 2012 issue, the whole ending of the world issue, really has to do with us no longer having a presence on the physical dimension. What does that mean to you? Sounds pretty awful. Let me show you. Each of the bodies has a percentage of your consciousness, of who you really are, that it's like a liquid. It pours into these bodies, these vehicles, in order to operate on the different dimensions. I didn't make this all up. You can look for information that is equivalent on the internet and actually in the sacred documents of your religions. So you have a percentage of consciousness here, a percentage of consciousness in your etheric, a percentage of consciousness in your astral emotional, a percentage of consciousness in your mental body, and also your intentional. Again, it has been said that initially we did not have a presence on the physical dimension, therefore we had no physical body. And it has been said that this big shift of the ages, the ending of the world as we know it, is going to be when we take our consciousness and we shift it, dimensional shift, from this body back into our more spiritual bodies, which are the astral, the mental, and the intentional. That is the dimensional shift. A good explanation for what the Mayans did. Apparently, they knew how to do it very gracefully.
Even today, the disappearance of the Mayans from Tikal stands as one of the great conundrums in the field of anthropology history.